Trade or not to trade? Yes, trade or not to trade. Welcome back to my channel. The first question to you, if you ask me trade or not to trade, will be, what's your fear? And what's your excitement? There's so much money to be made when you trade, and there's so much money to lose when you trade. But it's always important to understand that this is about money. Money, the same word again. We all love money. So before we make any decision, whether we trade or not to trade, we have to think about the money first. The conversation about shares, buying shares, owning an asset is the reason why this channel is here. But knowledge is what we share when it comes to options available to us. And you need to understand that. Everyone can trade. It's available online. You get your app. But unfortunately, ignorance has not helped a lot of people. You can be ignorant and get into a trade. At that time, fine, everything will be going well for you right from the beginning. It looks okay. But because you're ignorant about what's going on in the market and you're seeing profit, you're okay with it. But where there's a problem, what if you enter the trade at a point where things were okay? Things were going wrong at that time, but the decision that you made was ill-informed. So you entered the trade. Fortunately for you, at the wrong time. You did the wrong thing, but things were still going on your behalf. That's something that you've learned. So you will keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And then what happens if things start to correct itself? What do you know? You only know where your ignorance takes you. And ignorance can make us do things unimaginable. We will keep doing the same thing, even though things start to go against us. We know nothing about the market. That's why it's very important to do your research. You don't just get up and make the decision of trading, because trading is complicated. It's very volatile. The market is very volatile. You need to understand the technical side of things. You need to understand the fundamentals. You need to understand the macro and micro effects that will affect pricing at any point in time. If you don't understand these things, you may know about a company you want to invest in. That's fine. But if you don't understand the fundamental analysis of what's going on within the market, then it will be very difficult to call yourself a successful trader in the long term, unless you have no interest in the long-term gains in that industry or the trade that you've taken. Then that's fine. But one single click of a button can cost you a lot of money. And we all know money is very limited to everybody. But the platforms, every platform you go into, you can trade. But it's not all the platform you can buy shares in. And that's one mistake most of us do. You see the platform online, you just click, download, and off you go. You don't even question whether the platform is for trading or share buying. So before you start or you make that decision to get into this kind of investment, make sure you're getting on the right platform. Make sure you've made your decision what you want to do, whether to trade or to buy shares. And if you decide to trade, make sure you understand the technical, the fundamentals, the macro, the micro, everything surrounding trading. If you allow your ignorance to take over, that will be fine too, Because as I said before, you might be making profit in the beginning, but when things turn and you don't understand what's going on, price may drop and you don't even know why price dropped because you don't even know where to look. You haven't done your research about that particular company. So you don't know what's going on. Price may drop 50, 60, 70% in few seconds, in few minutes. And as far as you're concerned, that's a bargain buy. And I've spoken to people that have gone into trades like that. Price have dropped 60 something percent. And they've taken thousands of pounds to buy those shares. I've gone and done my research, giving it to them because the company was going bankrupt. Why would you put your money in shares of a company that's going bankrupt? It's only because of ignorance, because you were not aware of what was going on at that time. So make sure your research is very important to you. Talking about trading. Yes, you can trade if you understand what you're doing. But I will encourage you, and I would love to encourage this community or everybody, no matter how poor you are, to seek knowledge. And that's why this channel is here. To own an asset. That's why this channel is here. So you can invest for yourself. The banks invest your pension money the same way you can do it. The banks invest your savings and you can do it too. But the positive side of things is if you can manage the risk and if you can do it for yourself, the returns is a lot higher. But we're here to encourage everybody to own an asset, especially even if not for us, for our children, because we need to start building wealth for our children. This is to tell you a story of a colleague of mine. After 7 years of trading, 7 years I'm talking about of trading, they started making profit. After 7 years, I can't tell you how much money they put into trading for the 7-year period, but they only started making money after 7 years. But I can tell you, this was somebody who was in to learn. So as far as they were concerned, that was their university fees. They were paying during that time period to learn how to trade. They were making all the mistakes. They were doing all their research. They were learning the technicals, analysis. They were learning the fundamentals. But to them, that was their fees towards learning how to trade. Are you willing to take that commitment? Or you just want to be in and out? If you're looking for a long-term investment, then yes, share buying is where your focus should be. If you're looking to commit yourself to learn how to trade, yes, you will make mistakes. And it is possible for you to learn and take advantage of the current technology that we have available. So yes, you can make it if you go towards that side too. But if you want to own an asset and you don't want to risk your money today because you don't have enough, then trading is not the thing for you. Because when you trade, it depends on how much money you have on your account. When you buy shares, it's the amount of shares that you are buying. You own part of that company. So make that decision wisely, whatever option you choose for yourself, because it's very important not to risk money you don't have. Some people enjoy risk and they will keep doing it. My first question to you is, do you enjoy risk? Or Are you a risk taker? Look out for the next video. Thank you.